Hi, I'm Thomas Lowe, Treasurer here at Southwest Local School District. Today is part 5 of a 5-part series on finances here at Southwest Local School District. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the residential housing development and how it impacts finances here at Southwest Local School District. So we have a dilemma. As we build more houses, we have more students. And one might say, well, if you're building all these houses, the schools should be rich. You should have all this tax money, but that's just not the case. So in this scenario, we're going to discuss what might happen if we build a house with one student that attends Southwest Local School District, and then we'll provide you an example of what happens if there's 2 students from the same house. In this scenario, we'll assume that the house has about a $300,000 market value and that the house income is about $150,000. In this scenario, property taxes would account for $2,100 to Southwest Local School District. Earned income tax would be another $1,125. The state foundation would kick in about $3,800. And miscellaneous fees and other costs we will assume are $200 for this example. In this example, total revenues would be $7,225. Well, as we learned earlier in our 5-part series, Southwest is the most efficient in Hamilton County, spending only $12,264 per student to educate a kid here in Southwest Local School District. Looking at that, it's pretty obvious that there's a pretty significant funding gap there of about $5,000. So when we're looking at that, we're spending $5,000 more than we're bringing in for that new house. So if there's not some level of commercial development to help offset that cost, then we see a impact to our funding that causes issues in the long term for Southwest if the development is continued at a very rapid pace. And in that same scenario, if we increase the household to 2 students, Southwest sees a further loss of $13,503 for this home. That's because we no longer see any other additional revenues locally from that house to offset the additional students. So as we see development around the area, just keep in mind that Southwest costs are significantly impacted as we see increases in development and increases in enrollment. As those enrollment figures rise, so does our cost.